Good morning. Let us continue our chapter. Revolution of the earth and the season changes. Revolution, earth is revolve around the sun. It takes 365 days to complete one revolution. This 365 days, let us talk about India. In this 365 days or 1 year, sometimes you experience summer season, sometimes you experience a winter season, also you feel the autumn season and the spring season. So these are the four prominent seasons you can observe. It occurs only because of the revolution of the earth's surface. Not only the revolution, also one very important factor, the inclination of the earth axis. If you see in this diagram, the earth is inclined. The earth is inclined at the one direction, and throughout its revolution period, this inclination does not changes. Either it was in the eastern side or in the western side, or it is in the north or south. Inclination of the earth is remains same. Inclination means tiltedness of the earth. Earth is tilted at one direction. So throughout its revolution, the earth is inclined in the same direction, and because of that only a different season occurs. Now how the different season occurs, if you see this diagram, it was given very clearly in this diagram. Earth is inclined towards the sun. Earth is inclined towards the sun. The half of the earth which is inclined towards the sun, the rays of the sun which falls half the part of, because of the inclination, half part of the earth having a day and half of the part having a night. So this inclination remains the same. Now also you see throughout the rays of the sun falls direct on the equator, but once in a year the sun rays were direct on Tropic of Cancer. That date was the 21st June, when it was direct on Tropic of Cancer. On that day what happened, the duration of a day is maximum and the duration of night is minimum. And that particular day when it was direct on Tropic of Cancer, what happened, the days are longer and nights are shorter, and that is the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. Now look at in the south. See, in the southern Tropic of Capricorn, if you see, the days are shorter and nights are longer. So which season will be there? There will be winter. So on the same date, like 21st June, it is a summer season in the north, while in the winter season in the south, because nights are longer than the day. So it occurs. Now this position of earth, as I mentioned, it was on the 21st June. Winter season having in the southern hemisphere and the summer season having in the northern hemisphere. Now why this summer or winter season occurs? See, the duration of a day. The duration of a day is longer than the duration of night. So what happened in long duration of a day, the insolation of a sun reaches on the earth's surface and it having a very less time to radiate that heat energy into space. So slowly and gradually what happened, the earth becomes hotter and hotter because the duration of a night is less. So the reason having here a summer season. Now what happened in the south, if you see, the days are shorter than the night. So what will happen here? The day, the less insolation of a sun will be reach here, and the more time will be there to radiate that insolation back into atmosphere. So what will happen here? The winter season will be experienced. Now if you see on the equator, 0 degree, it having the equal duration of a day and equal duration of a night. It means that on the equator it does not have a summer season or winter season, because 12 hours of a day and 12 hours of a night. In this 12 hours what happened? The 12 hours, the same duration insolation reaches on the surface, and at the night that insolation was radiated back in the atmosphere. So in the night the earth becomes cooler. During the daytime whatever the heat energy is absorbed by the sun, at the night it was radiated back, so the temperature will be equal on the equator. Now look at the pole side. This region C on tropic of Arctic Circle 66.5 degrees C. This region was not able to experience any night. And this region, if you see, tropic Arctic Antarctic Circle, they does not faces the sunlight. So the polar region having a 6 months of a day and 6 months of a night, because the reason, because of the shape of the earth, the pole, one pole when inclined towards the sun, the opposite region will be not able to receive any sunlight, so it will having a night and this part will having a day. So throughout the revolution, this was the position, as I told you, of 21st June, earth was inclined. Now if you see just opposite to 21st June, when the earth position goes on 22nd December, 22nd December, just reverse position is there. On 21st December, if you see, days are shorter than the night in the northern hemisphere. So what will happen there? A winter solstice will be here, occurs, and in the southern side, if you see, days are longer than the night. So that reason will having a summer season. So this is revolution of the earth makes one side summer, one side winter, or we can say the summer, the season changes. Now two more position of earth also, if you see, in the north and south. That was a two date when the rays of a sun falls direct, and there on all the latitude the duration of a day and night is equal. So on that day, that particular 2 days, that is 21st March and 23rd September, whole earth will having a simple day of 12 hours of a day and 12 hours of a night. It means they having no seasons are there. It means it is a spring season or it is a autumn season. So because of this revolution of earth, the season changes. Now let us start first of all. First we see the summer solstice. The summer solstice, when the position of earth, as I told you in this diagram, when the position of incline, the northern hemisphere inclined towards the sun, it is a summer solstice. The reason experience a summer season, and it having a days longer than the night. What is the special features? If you see, a duration of a day is longer than night. The daylight gets entire 24 hours beyond the Arctic Circle towards the North Pole. North Pole does not experience any night throughout the time they're having a day. This evidence is from the figure 3.9, as the entire polar area for North and Arctic Circle lies within the region. This particular day, the North Pole was totally inclined towards the sun, does not experience any night, so it having a summer season over there. A length of a day increase with the increase of a latitude. As we are moving from the polar region to upper region, the duration of a day is increasing. The duration of a day is increasing. So there another character, at the corresponding latitude of a north and the south of the equator, the relative of a length or night. At one place when the day is increasing, at one place when the day is increasing, and the other part, the duration of night is increasing. This was a special character of summer solstice. Now winter solstice, what will happen? In the winter solstice, the days are shorter and the nights are longer. What will be the character? The rays of a sun will fall directly on Tropic of Capricorn, and that is a summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. On that day, what happened on 22nd December, when the sun rays falls directly on Tropic of Capricorn, the summer season will be experienced in the south hemisphere, and in the northern hemisphere it will be winter. The date will be 22 December. You all know on the 22 December, 23rd, 22 December, you all know it is a winter in the India because it lies in the northern hemisphere. In 22nd December, in the north side, what happened? The days are shorter and the nights are longer. So this was winter solstice. Now between this summer and winter solstice, two more phases are there where I had told you the duration of a day and night is equal. It is on 21st March and 23rd September. It is known as an equinox. It is known as an equinox because a duration of a day and night is equal in this two particular day. Though it having the other season, when it was in the north, they experience the spring season, and when they are in the south, they experience the autumn season. So this two position of our earth is known as a equinox. Equinox or the summer season, spring season and the autumn season. So this was the four seasons we experienced, and it occurs very nicely. It was given in this diagram. See, it occurs only because of the revolution of the earth. The inclination remains same, and when the earth revolves around the sun, this fourth position occurs, and this fourth position occurs means the four different seasons are there in the world. You also remember that the opposite of the earth, if one hemisphere having the summer, the opposite will be definitely will having the winters. In the southern hemisphere, no big continents are there, but if you know, the Australia is there in the south. When rest of the world on 25th December celebrating the Christmas, on that particular day it was a summers in the Australia. The people of the Australia experience a summer season over there because it lies in the opposite hemisphere. Thank you.